Everybody, welcome back to Uncle Taylor's Wild Ride. I'm your host, Uncle Taylor. Thank you so much for coming to watch this video. Episode 7, bloody beautiful Monaco. There ain't no better way to start it off going to Monaco. We're here to rock and roll. We're ready to counteract on what we have been doing in the last couple of results. If you haven't seen any of the extra, the other videos, please go back and watch it. It's been a very exciting couple of weeks where we were lucky enough to get a really high finish, and the highest I've actually finished on the game to date, even on my offline save, with the Miami Grand Prix. So definitely encourage you to go back and watch it. We're already ready to rock and roll. We're going to set up our performance targets. So reaching Q3 for one driver is a must, with at least a P8 finish, because I haven't done Monaco since the offline, and even then I was only just half-assing it, but now I'm a lot more serious on this one, so I want to make sure I do this right. And at least 2 drivers reaching Q2. I reckon it's an easy enough one for us. Getting the fastest lap, I reckon we can do, as long as we don't encounter too much traffic. Obviously, Monaco's notorious for being a very tight race track to maneuver around, but I'm feeling confident about it. Okay, let's dive straight into it. Head first, we've got no updates from the last episode. Same day, I've recorded on the same day, I'm not going to lie to you. But alas, here we go.
Cars have been racing through Monaco streets since 1929, and this weekend is no exception, as we get to watch the new generation of world-class drivers take over Monte Carlo. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. Monaco is famous for its many narrow twists and corners, from the brake-heavy Le Rascasse to the treacherous Sand of Ott. There are no proper straights to speak of, and it's extremely hard to overtake here. It sounds like simple advice, but getting up as high on that starting grid as possible is the best plan of attack. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Amen to that, Crofty. Let's get straight into it there, mate. So here we are, Monaco, beautiful Monaco. Hate playing this track because I'm just so bloody dog shit at it, but I love the race itself. It is like anything can happen, and that's what I love the most about it. Let's get into it. Let's get this car up to scratch. Okay, we're actually going to go with the soft strategy for our warm-up here today with the boys. Something I don't do, but I want to see what they're like on the soft tyre, see how they're feeling about it.
Radio check, Nick.
I can hear you. Okay. I'm going to remove the webcam as well, so you guys have a full unadulterated view of everything that's going on the screen. And there we are, back up and running. Got the full view. It's 2 PM local there. 24-degree day, so it's 52 on track, so it's stinking hot. Ah, bloody Monaco. This would be one I'd like to go to, if I'm honest with you. Ah, it's just so beautiful. And coming out and see that, wouldn't that just be amazing? In real life, I'm sure people have been, like people who might have watched this, might know someone that's been there or met a person that has, but that would just be such an amazing thing to see. Just look at that again. Ah, yes please, thank you. Alrighty, as it is per tradition, I will fast forward through the video now for you guys, and I'll bring you back when something else happens.
Kev, how's the balance?
No, he doesn't like the setup. No, why not? Why not? Get on inside then, Kev. We'll fix up the car for him.
And how was the grip and balance?
Clear's okay.
Yep, copy that.
Get him in. Might as well try and work on both of the cars. Let's see what we got. 47%. So not overly happy here, Jan, with some of the aspects here. So I'm going to quickly fix this up, and I'll bring it back over to Mick and see what he says as well. 53% for Mick. So again, not the best, but we got to make the best of these situations we're in. Let's see if that is any kind of improvement. We've switched them both over to the medium compound tyre, and we'll just see how we take it from there. Oh, it looks like one of the Alphas has gone off there up the road. Guanghu Joe, he actually looks like it's a terminal crash.
I think that was a crash.
Let's have a look.
Take a look now. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one.
Ooh,
And that's an off, and a big off.
that's a huge.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
Clearly Guanghu just lost concentration for a split second. Poor bugger. But that's his practice over 30 minutes in. Ah, still bad. Still bad here with K-Mag. Let's bring him in, try and get him out there again just in the nick of time. What else could be going wrong now? It's actually decreased. We've actually decreased. Are you kidding me? See if this makes any of a difference here. Great setup here with Mick. This is looking good. 81%.
The car was great. Felt really good.
Yep, understood.
That's beautiful. Good stuff. Well, Mick can just run out now. He's just about done. So there's no point changing that whatsoever. That is a good outcome there with Mick enjoying the car, and that's a very good one for FP1. Getting that off the bat straight away. And that will do us here, guys, for FP1. I will see you there for qualifying.
Here we are, back for more Formula One action as we prepare for qualifying. Teams will be taking the data they've gathered from free practice into qualifying today, as they try to give themselves the best chance possible going into tomorrow's race. But focus right now needs to be on the task at hand, setting the best lap time possible and working their way up the grid. Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
And here we go, qualifying. After the last two races, we have been performing very well. So I'm hoping that we keep it all the same and try to improve on what we've been doing. Any improvements we've made to the car. I changed out the engine components for FP2, FP3. So now going into Q1, we're going to swap it all back out. Let's get straight into it, kids. I'll add one more cool down lap. So only an extra kilogram of fuel. But here we go.
Ready to check, Kevin.
Radio is good.
Now I'm a bit nervous about seeing them out, but I know we've got to do it. I'm just hoping that nobody wants to come and join up and annoy us and leave too late. There was some movement, but it looks like we're going to miss it, which is luckily enough. I think there was some movement at least. But here we go. Our first run. First flying lap, if you would. Just switching between the two. Schumacher. K-Mag with the fastest, 18.9, where this was 19.0. So it's getting about that hundredths of a second marker quicker. And here comes Schumacher. Good sudden braking down there. .1 in the second sector, plays 32.8. So again, he's still about 300ths of a second quicker always, Magnussen. And here we are, let the DRS down. And he's 500ths of a second quicker, Magnussen, than he is to Schumacher, which is absolutely incredible. I just don't know how it's constantly being done. And here they start coming. Come on, Mick, hang on. Yes, he does. Just hang on. Bloody hell. Okay, well, that's Q1 done with both inside the marker there. K-Mag being in P10. So it's a good outcome.
Radio check.
Radio's good.
We're going to go on board this time with Schumacher. I'm going to keep the telemetries down the bottom here so we at least know where we're talking. But God give him strength. We want Schumacher here to perform well. We need him to perform well. We would like him to be a little bit higher than P15, P14. It might not be doable, but as long as K-Mag makes it into the third sector, third qualifying session, we will be fine. Mick looks like he's travelling well. He's open air, he's got fresh tyres. There should be no reasons why he can't get through. One minute 12.3. Magnussen posted a 1 minute 11. Jeez, okay. So again, here we are back at this problem again. We're going to have to send Mick back out. Looks like a slight improvement there from Mick. I think K-Mag's going to be okay. I don't see there being too much of an improvement. More so for these bottom runners here. So Gasly, Alonso, Ocon. Perez will definitely get up there, so he'll probably push down to P7 or P8. Making some good improvements here, Mick. Come on, we need you to have a good one here. Oh, geez, I've really butchered this one then. If K-Mag's about to pop out of Q3, this ain't good at all. This is not good. This is not good. Need Norris to calamity. Oh, he does, thank God. So we at least have one still there. Schumacher's still letting us down heavily here. Oh, but K-Mag, I should have sent him back out, but luckily enough, he had a couple hundredths of a second difference. So that sucks there for Mick yet again, being our burner, but that's okay. Now this is K-Mag's time to shine, and we're going to do what we did last time round and just have a single run. P10 for that matter, that'd be nice. And here he is. Let's see, how can the mag strip go? What can he do here? We know the aero is not as strong in the car. We're still trying to, catch up to the others. But we have made some really gigantic improvements as the season has gone on so far. So I'm feeling confident that we should hopefully have a good points finish this weekend. But hopefully here it'll be a strong qualifying as well. But I think we might still be on par. So we might unfortunately still finish up in P10. Only time will tell. We've got most likely signs behind us. Yes, we do. And that looks like Ocon. So, unless one of these two drivers dramatically improve, which I know signs definitely will, this will be the ultimate. Jesus, look at that. Leclerc goes pole. Uncle Teller goes P8. Most likely P9 once Sainz does his lap. And does he have enough to hold out Ocon? No, he does not. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. Very, very close. Well, nonetheless, a good outcome regardless for us. That was his quickest lap of the weekend thus far. Minute 11.7. That's alright, but Charles Leclerc on pole in his home Grand Prix. Let's get straight into it, Crofty. What do you reckon?
It's race day.
It
and
is.
Final preparations are underway.
Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying, and if they can keep this up, they'll have a good race ahead of them. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
So as the drivers prepare to weave their way around the streets of Monaco, you have to think there'll be twists and turns aplenty.
And here we are, race day Sunday, Monaco. It doesn't get any more royal than that. So we're going to do a bit of a different strategy. I know we keep on doing different strategies every single race and they all look the same, but I'm going to take a gigantic gamble here that we're going to have a safety car. So I'm going to start us off on the hards, and then hopefully midway through the race, so let's say about the 35, 40 odd lap mark, we'll swap it over to our medium tyres. If not, we're on strategy C for Mick Schumacher, and when it comes to K-Mag, we're going to do him the distinguished honour of going medium to hard with the risk of a safety car, bringing in a soft tyre. Not that overtaking is going to be bountiful this episode, because it is a tougher race than the toughest race on the calendar in my opinion, with just how tight and narrow everything is. So what we're hoping for is a safety car pile up and then be able to do a confident little swap and run from there. But let's get into it. Let's go to the grid.
It's a somewhat overcast day for the drivers, who've now taken position on the grid. There we see Kevin Magnussen. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. The race start is mere seconds away. We're here and the streets are abuzz at the Monaco Grand Prix.
And it is
And it's lights out and away we go.
5 lights out. Let's go straight into attack mode. Let's see if we're able to at least get a couple positions up here and there without destroying the car or sending it straight to the scrapyard.
We'll catch these guys.
Okay.
Let's see what he can do. Look how close I go to the wall. It's just unreal. Look at that snail. This is the best time to overtake him here, coming down the straight? No. Alright, we're going to revert everything back to an easier kind of state. Bloody Mick. Oh! See, and that's where these little glitches in the game, like that too, just goes, what, straight through the fucking tyre barrier? Come on. I mean, good job, Mick, but come on.
Haas with an overtake there.
Watch that again.
Let's see what
Watch
happened
Mick
there.
just fly through the wall.
Watch this. There's Schumacher.
Won't show it on that one. Surely we'll show it on here. Yep, straight through the bloody barrier. My God. A lot of soft runners up there running on a 90% already. So we've got the advantage there from them, which is nice. We're just going to conservatively play it here.
Lifting coast, please.
There he goes around the front there. So really no positional changes there, for at least for K-Mag. Mick has made an improvement, P14 from P15, so it's only the one move, but it's still something that we've got to try and get around. Again, the main thing today is going to be consistency. The car is going to lock up, I can honestly guarantee it. So we need to make sure, from our team standpoint and the other drivers, that we're ready to capitalise on their mistakes. We don't want to be doing the mistakes, because I think one lockup will send you for the rest of the day. You'll have to retire. Well, meanwhile, we've got Mick Schumacher harvesting his ERS. So we're keeping that in the back of our mind.
And charge off.
Copy.
No dice, unfortunately, on that one. We'll come back to the attack attempt shortly after. But, for the moment, we just need to remain consistent.
That's a good overtake from Alpine. Let's take a closer look. Now watch this. Here's Alonso's car.
We were harvesting our ERS because we're running low, and unfortunately we did get nipped. But that's okay. That's fine. So now here we are at the tail end of a train here, I think we're up for P8.
Mode push.
Copy.
Carlos Sainz is the first to pit so far that I can see. He's come into the pit from up front.
Charge on.
Copy that.
We're getting ready and lubed up to attack Fernando here because we want to get our position back. The car is ready. We are primed and ready to launch a gigantic attack. With any luck, we will be able to get an overtake or two here. We need a good exit, which is not looking that good at first. Overtake mode is on. Alonso is playing the stronger defensive game, and unfortunately we're going to miss out again.
Mode push.
Copy.
We just need to look after these tyres. Let's see if we can get it over here then with Schumacher. He goes for the attempt down the inside of Danny Rick. Can he hold it? He can't hold it. Tried his best. Nothing we can do with that one.
Try to do some lift and coast.
Copy.
So we'll revisit that one shortly. Try and get him that position that I think Mick would like to get.
And DRS is now
Safety car. Oh, Russell. That's Russell. Is that Russell?
Safety car.
We won't do it for
Positive
Mick,
on the-
but we will do it for K-Mag. We basically are going to get our free pit stop. We are going to chuck it on to a set of hard compound tyres. Wowee. Just as the window was starting to pile up. Let's have a look at this. He's locked up.
Here's George Russell.
Clearly looks like a lock up to me. Yep.
And there
Straight
we see
in.
the crash.
Oh boy. How unlucky for Mercedes. Let's watch it again. Oh no. Okay, we won't. So safety car is on the move. He's slowing down the pace. And it's a much shorter pit lane. I don't think it's unfortunately going to help us in this instance. Because there he goes, yeah. So it's not going to help us unfortunately. And that's okay. So we'll probably drop down to P9. Something like that. P10. If we have a quick enough stop. And we do. P9 it is. Oh, hang on. P10. Either way. We're still inside the points. We have a set of hard compound tyres, and as long as we look after them, they will take us to the end of the race.
Okay, Mick. Let's just put our head down.
Copy.
I'm going to chuck it all to deploy. Let's see if we can
Safety
make
cars in this
any
lap,
changes
safety cars
here.
in.
The much fresher tyre that we're on before to now. Vettel has come into pit.
Okay,
Stupidly. Don't know why he didn't pit earlier. Let's see. Magnussen's going for a big lunge up the side against Alexander. Oh, Alexander. Keep saying Alexander. Esteban bloody Ocon, and makes it stick. So very good tactical move there. Chucking everything onto
Okay, good job, Kev. That's one.
overkill.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
It is Crofty, and we watched it live, so that's okay. Now Sebastian Vettel is P17 on his way, trying to play bloody catch up. Bloody chaos and pandemonium back there with one of the Williams cars. Bloody somehow in that position. Now that we've caught up, we're going to just go back into our little harvesting mode. Try and get these tyres back to or get our battery back up to a healthy little position.
Charge on, charge on.
Yeah, copy.
So the best result we can get today, apart from getting a safety car, is going to be Excuse me. It's going to be P7. And at least from Mick's standpoint, the best result we can get is P12-11. Unfortunately for Mick, it's not going to be a stronger finish to his weekend, but we still come out ahead of Sonoda. I think we do. We now do play catch up here to Gasly. Gasly tyres are the exact same age as ours. All the back runners are running much newer tyres, which is of course to be expected. Schumacher has been lapped. He has been lapped. So lap 77 is just about to begin. Oh, come on. Lap 77 is just about to begin. So this is what I was talking about. This is where we need to start our gigantic pushes up.
We will go to high fuel now.
Understood.
P7 would be a bloody good finish here, considering all things. Unfortunately, looks like we're not going to get any higher than P13 for Mick. Doesn't mean we're not going to try and get him the fastest lap, but we'll give it our best crack. And obviously, I don't think it's going to happen, but I've been wrong before. But Magnussen here has a tremendously good chance. The tyres are just about on par with each other, and we've got a full tank of ERS along with running high fuel mode. So let's see what we can do. Let's chuck it into deploy. And when it gets to a point, I'm going to chuck it in deploy for Schumacher to try and go for the fastest lap. This is our big chance here. We need a good exit. Come on. Push it, mate. Push it out. Now get up that hill. Chuck ERS on. This is where we're going to need it. We're going to need to make this move in the next little mini straight we've got.
Charles Leclerc is today's winner. Here's
Charles
the
Leclerc.
Look
Good
at
old
that.
Charles.
Leclerc takes first place.
Home Grand Prix.
That's what happens when you drive with such skill and passion. They barely put a foot wrong.
It was a wonderful weekend there for Ferrari yet again, having a very successful weekend. Back to the main event of this episode for us and our standpoint. We need this here to go perfect. So come on. Come on, K-Mag. You're running everything on full tilt, mate. I believe in you. We've fought so hard to chase him down here. Come on. I'm going to put the webcam on so you guys can have a giggle. Come on, mate. It's in full deployment mode. We're running everything on full. Surely we can get around it. I wonder how we're going for... Yeah, so we're not going to make the fastest time, which is okay. But it doesn't look like we're going to get P7 either. So unfortunately, it is a P8 finish here for K-Mag. Very unlucky. Great driving in the end to at least get a points finish at Monaco. Very well done. Very well done.
Kevin Magnussen showing us how it's done. A great result.
Doing it again. I don't know why.
This is a good result for Haas. More than enough to satisfy the whole team.
This was an extremely convincing race for them. They're one impressive team, and they deserve to celebrate this properly.
The end this weekend in 5th place in the constructor standings.
Next time, the teams will be racing through the streets of another city. Join us in Baku on the shores of the Caspian Sea for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Azerbaijan is up next, guys. God, bring that on, huh? Okay, so P8 there for K-Mag, 2 points up, and P13 for Mick, getting 2 points up, positions up as well. Charles Leclerc had pretty much a faultless weekend. Topped qualifying, topped the points, topped the fastest lap, and pulled them away from Red Bull in this perfect world scenario for me as a Ferrari fan. Ferrari tragic. Okay. We lost $85,000. Where did we lose it on? Lost it on the fastest lap, which unfortunately that sucks. But also we lost it on the qualifying. We still walk away with 3.3. But still, I would have preferred all of it because, you know, I'm greedy. It's been a wonderful episode. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I hope you've enjoyed the content that has been laid out in front of you. Here's the one I'm looking for. Bang, bang. And I look forward to seeing the next episode. Make sure you go back and watch everything else that's going to be in the little link at the beginning or the end. I think it's at the end. I'm going to chuck it in. Make sure you watch at the end to go back and watch the episodes that you haven't watched. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please look after yourselves and each other. And remember to subscribe, you bogans. All the best. Thanks, guys.